Warlock. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Wolf207 here with SFU Nighthawks. I believe it still is.
Just Nighthawk.
Oh, just Nighthawk now?
No, it's always been Nighthawk.
Not from what I'm looking at.
SFUX Nighthawk.
Yeah, SFUX Nighthawk. That's what I'm. Anyway, I joined up on you. So, we're here to talk about the various shit that's been happening kind of on YouTube. YouTube, of course, has gone through some changes lately, and the reason why they've gone through those changes has been kind of varied, for various reasons. Are you kind of aware of all the stuff that happened with PewDiePie, Nighthawk?
Actually, I'm not. I'm very curious as to what you mean by that. As much as we're talking about the way he's changed his, like how he's changed from when he first started out. Like about the time me and you were, or I was still in high school and I first, knew about the guy, and he was all, happy-go-lucky, and now it seems like he's just kind of playing. I wouldn't say AAA titles as much. He's just kind of doing his own thing. I mean, I'm not trying to knock the guy for anybody who's watching this. I'm not trying to knock the guy.
I don't think either one of us are. Yeah. No, none of us. We're so small that it doesn't really matter if we rag on him or not. If we say something about him or not, it doesn't really matter one way or another. Because, I mean, he's puked and he's just gonna, like nothing we say is really gonna bounce off of that. But no, essentially what I was saying was, I was talking about, it all kind of started with that Wall Street Journal thing. Do you remember that? Okay, this happened about a couple months ago, I think. Right before the adpocalypse started. He was kind of the starter of the adpocalypse. So what happened was the Wall Street Journal did essentially a hit piece on PewDiePie. They said, look at this guy, look at this fool, look what he's like, he's putting up Nazi propaganda, and nobody's saying anything to him. Nobody cares. And the video wasn't about that at all. It wasn't PewDiePie's fault. And everybody went and actually stood by him and, like, took to his defense. Because, to be fair, that wasn't the content that was being provided. It was completely fair to defend PewDiePie there. But YouTube got thrown under the bus hard by Wall Street Journal. They ended up going through an adpocalypse where most of the ad revenue on YouTube has like been shunted away, or people have been carted away with like basically nobody was making any money on YouTube. That's essentially what happened. Is nobody started making money on YouTube. All the advertisers said, screw this, we don't want to be sitting over here next to literal Nazis. That's not the reason why we pay you. So what ended up happening was they pulled all their ads, they did all that stuff. YouTube ended up going through a lot of different changes. One of the changes that it ended up making was because it is where it became limited. Like, some of your videos can go limited if your channel gets reviewed, and some ads won't play on it. Like, you won't be able to be monetized that way. That's fine, that's whatever, you know? It's not too surprising. I mean, for whoever was paying attention, that's not very surprising. So, outside of that, then we have, what was the other thing that happened? It was, I believe they started restricting channels shortly after that, where they flat out said, okay, you can't be viewed by certain things. You can't be viewed in certain stuff like YouTube Kids and stuff like that, which makes sense, you know, to a certain degree, but they were sitting over there blocking a lot of stuff. Then, of course, as we came and we checked up on it, we found out very recently that they actually ended up doing you aren't even allowed to have monetization if you don't have over 10,000 views. This is all stuff that was fallout from the initial thing. So, you think PewDiePie will learn from that, right? This is kind of older news. And you think, okay, PewDiePie, you know, he learns from that. He's a smart YouTuber. He's a YouTuber just same as all the rest of us. Of course you'd understand that. So, PewDiePie gets on a stream and then drops the N-bomb. Yeah, that's pretty much everybody else's reaction. And everybody just said, what in the hell are you doing? Then a lot of, like, fallout even happened from that. Like, people that started getting, like, people that were even sitting over there saying, what the hell are you doing, PewDiePie, essentially got blown up. Like, H3, people are like, well, why are you turning on him? Because I thought he was your best friend. And it's like, dude, just because he's my best friend doesn't give me the right not to say what the hell is he doing, you know? We're honestly thinking this might end up triggering another sort of event. YouTube's been quiet about it so far, so I don't necessarily think it's just going to be because of that. And to be fair, even the Wall Street Journal, they said on their hit piece that it was a bunch of different content, like hate groups and stuff like that. They just used PewDiePie as sort of a, and this guy's doing it too. I think I have some ass too.
I've been picking up anomalous readings through the comms relay. A scan at these coordinates could help me clear out the noise. Ooh, and lessen my headache.
Like, you think it would, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure if there's a fallout. He did actually release an apology video, though. Like, he actually said, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I was kind of caught up in the thing. And even Philip DeFranco was like, well, to be fair, guys, this wasn't all just PewDiePie's fault. A lot of other people were actually sitting over there, dropping N-bombs and being racist, and it wasn't just his fault at the time. And he wasn't the sole triggerer of that, but he was the catalyst that ended up bringing it all forward.
Right. I don't know, man. It's kind of a tricky business, and where it's like, it's a definite hit and miss with everything.
Yeah, I have even less than that. So I have, and I've been pretty dang unsuccessful at it, but you know what, nevertheless.
I'm not going to claim I have any success either. I mean, for those of you
It is. Yeah. I don't think, like, I'm pretty sure YouTube could crap out on Mark tomorrow and it'd still just be like, oh yeah, no, he's fine. His stuff's still going.
Every little victory helps, right? I'll send this back to the farm on the double.
But, yeah, in terms of us, in terms of, like, something like, even somebody that you consider that's, like, mostly successful, like Monkey Jones and stuff like that, it really does affect, like, even mid-scale YouTubers. Yeah, big time, and it has dire repercussions. Honestly, yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. Even gaming on YouTube's been kind of getting blown up here a little bit.
It almost crushed us into Guardian and Ghost soup.
I'm actually thinking some of the YouTube channels that do kind of like what I did disappear for a little bit. I believe YouTube started to do like after like a year you haven't uploaded them.
Really?
I believe so. Do not quote me on that. I think that's what's going on though. Because think about it. There's people that go it's like, oh, I have X amount of people and I'm just okay, bye.
Yeah.
Honestly, if it was up to me, kind of option, if you haven't uploaded in 6 months and you're not given, some kind of description of like if you're in the hospital, something's going on with your family, something along those lines. I think 6 months is time to be like, hey, you abandoned the people that want you to want to do
But is it kind of? But to that notion, like even if they do end up, even if they do end up abandoning their base, why would YouTube actually like care about that really? Like it doesn't seem like that's something that YouTube should really be focusing on and caring about all that much. Like in the grand scheme of things, because you'd think that it'd just be like, okay, whatever, if this video's been up for 10 years and it's getting hundreds of thousands of views, like take Size for instance, Size Gangnam Style, that could happen overnight or it could happen over time. It doesn't matter, but you still have to shell out that because you're still going to put ads on it. That's where YouTube is essentially, that's what essentially YouTube is doing. So I don't necessarily think that it has anything to do with like being bad to fans or anything like that. I think it just has something to do with the fact that just like you can't necessarily punish the creator because, oh, well, he hasn't uploaded in a while. If he hasn't uploaded in a while, that's not like, that shouldn't be the big issue. Because fresh content or not, it shouldn't matter. Like, it really shouldn't. Mm-hmm. Your girlfriend, Katie.
well, she's actually my fiance now.
Fiance, right. Sorry.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Everything we take from our enemies makes them weaker and us stronger. Go shift the balance in our favor, will you?
Yeah. YouTube, that happens to YouTubers. Life happens. Like, I can tell you the time I was off, I had, like, work, a lot of things changed for me, and I just could not make videos. Like, even whenever I tried to change up my stuff, I could not make videos for, like, the longest time. Even trying to keep up with this particular thing. But yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that's kind of choice after a while. Like, you work so you can actually do stuff, and like it or not, this is a job. I mean, we all like to believe that YouTubers are like, this is something that's like something special or something different, but it's still a job. Like, that's kind of the... I'm fucking jelly. Yeah, I'm fucking jelly.
And that's a good haul for the folks back at the farm.
Yeah.
Go us.
True. But
Which, I mean, that's my motto. But, say if for some reason I woke up tonight and I get
Still on a better shot than you.
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's puffed up leaders throwing their weight around. Go teach this one a lesson.
right,
huh?
we'll be doing a video tomorrow if that happens, by the way.
Mind your rockets.
I know, but it's I'm keeping the dream alive. Okay. Yeah. Well, here's the question I have. Would your subscribers be paying you money, or would you actually be getting things from views? Would you be getting paid from views? Because if you're getting paid from views, then that's a straight-up exchange. If you're getting paid like something like a Patreon, where they're literally paying you to do this stuff and you're not doing this stuff, then I think that's where the fucked up part happens, right here. You know what I'm saying? Then
Drop that
that
thing like a bad habit.
then views.
I've never had
Oh,
that.
okay, well then.
I wonder what that's like.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that's the only place that she could have had any kind of income.
Got some reports of bad guys running around with scavenged tech. You see anyone carrying something they shouldn't? Take it off their hands.
Looks like the Fallen are bringing in a glimmer drill. Keep a sharp lookout.
Well, probably not. They're probably not going to be happy, but to be fair, you actually got to kind of, again, sit over there and put yourself in the subscriber shoes. Like,
Shut them
this
down.
is work. Like, YouTube is work, and we, like it or not, what we do with our work, what we do with our money from work is our choice.
Back at the farm. Go
Now,
us.
I will say, she's probably not going to make any more money. There's no reason for her to do so. I mean, I imagine that would piss off pretty much any
They're heading to another site.
decently minded person. I think that's a very stupid move to do if you want to make more money. But in terms of how we should feel, like not just as YouTubers, but as fans, like, dude, you can do whatever you want outside of here. That's not really anybody else's business but your own. Like, if you want to go over there and party it up like it's 1999 and buy Ferraris and Lamborghinis and crash them, that's your personal choice. You want to go over here and make one video and say, you know what, dude, I don't want to put up the regs of YouTube anymore because I only do this because I wanted to make it big once and now I'm done. That's your choice too. Like, I think there has to be, unless there's something like that literally is, where you're getting paid, literally by your fans, not by the views, but by your fans, then that's way over the line. And there are some people that have done that, and it is over the line. You're absolutely be right to be angry at that. If you're not angry at that, you're not paying attention. Because you're essentially giving them free money for nothing. Not for services rendered, but because, you know? And that's not right. That's where it becomes not right. Then it becomes like a big issue right there. Aside from that, though, I don't think that us as fans should feel that tethered to like someone on YouTube. We shouldn't feel tethered to somebody like that on like PewDiePie, for instance, or something like that. Like if PewDiePie quit tomorrow, he very well could. And if he did, I'd say, you know what, dude, have fun. You just go into the regs of history just the same as everybody else that gave up. Or went on to do other stuff. Like Ray William Johnson, or, Kasim G, or, like, Fred. You know? You just go back in, because that's just how life is. And it's kind of rough for me, who's sitting over here. Honestly, I'm sure you could tell everybody that I spend a lot of time sitting over here thinking about YouTube views, how to get over here and make this happen, how to make that happen. Like, I spend a considerable amount of time thinking about this stuff. And I can honestly say, I don't see the issue here arising from me going, you know what, guys? I did what I could. I got as far as I did. I hope that you're all happy with me later. It's not a lifetime contract. It is what it is. And I mean the same here, too. Like, if this blows up 5 years from now, I seriously do not think that I'm going to be on the hook to make 15 more videos. I may very well be, but I don't think I am. Unless somebody's paying for it. But I do kind of get it, and I do understand that there is a certain thing with YouTube.
That's another big
that it's easy to feel that whole be like, YouTubers are different. It's wrong to look at, like, being famous on YouTube is probably a different sort of experience too, because you're made famous purely because of them. So I do kind of get it, but that's just kind of how I feel about that. But you can go ahead with your point. I'm sorry for cutting you off there. Oh, I'm hella fucking jelly. Make no mistake here. Oh god, I am so fucking jelly every... Okay. Fuck. Okay.
One shot for every. Looking for something?
Yeah, I figure Pewds would probably be making millions, but that's just a guesstimate.
We are considering expanding the comms network.
Yeah.
A scan just here would help us make our decision.
Mm-hmm.
If you could oblige.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Damn, I just need some breakdance. Mm-hmm.
Would you do that?
Oh god, no. That's stupid. But that's their choice. yeah, shitty equipment.
And
Yeah, pretty
done.
much. I'm right there with
I
you.
hope this helps the refugees sleep a little easier tonight.
I don't know. But this person's making good 500 per video. Again, throwing a random number out there. Don't quote me.
Right. Okay. But you have to take out taxes. So that's not just 500. That's actually less than that. I'd say about 4, maybe 3. And you have to file quarterly, which is another thing that a lot of people tend to end up forgetting about YouTube. You gotta do that too. So basically, you're paying taxes. You're paying taxes on that. So you're actually making, I would say, probably yearly. Yeah, yearly. You're probably making like maybe like from 250. So from 250. Yeah. So you're making about 220. Let's say.
That's still good money.
That's great money. Yeah. Yeah, and that's not great if you continue to want to make money from YouTube, but that's the thing of YouTube. And when it comes down to love, again, it comes into a fan thing. You probably shouldn't be putting that much behind that YouTuber. That YouTuber does indeed have a life. But yeah, if that YouTuber wants to continue, if that YouTuber came out tomorrow and then was like, you know what, I'm not making any views, this is bullshit, I can't believe that my viewer base is doing this. Like, if they did that tomorrow, yeah, you bet your ass that there's a problem. But don't you think there's a little bit of entitlement to that? Like, it's like, oh, we made you, so you have to do what we say. Like, you have to continue to produce. You can't just quit.
All forces in the field. A catch has been reported en route to an ether drop.
Yeah.
Look at those folk, acting like they own this place.
Yeah.
Take down that servitor. and they
Which has
stop.
happened. Then there's guys like us, or guys like Bill Ward that could produce for a long time. Barely get up at all, because they're not approached one way or another in terms of famous YouTubers or something like that. You know, stuff happens. But yeah, I could kind of imagine all this. I think where it isn't fair is that it wouldn't be fair to the people that helped him. Like, not just the fans, but the people that ended up helping you come up as a creator. Because something that they don't really tell you about YouTube is that you need to, like, it's kind of a sort of a giant high school. You gotta know somebody. And somebody's gonna have to go take their, like, you're gonna have to go to bat for you at one point. Like, me and you, we have to talk to each other constantly. We have to have some sort of rapport. If you leave tomorrow, like, if I left tomorrow or something like that, that could really actually cause problems for both of our channels. Like, if like, for some reason, like, we just kind of, like, walked away from each other and we don't talk to each other anymore or some stupid thing, then that causes problems. Not just for my channel, but your channel as well. And there needs to be some sort of look at that from the actual, there needs to be some accountability from that perspective. Where it's like, yeah, you're screwing not just this person, you're screwing all of us when you do that. Now that person, you know what they're going to say the first time anybody wants to team up with them? Fuck no, did you not watch what happened to me last time?
Guardian down.
You landed on the ship. Yeah, you have to soft land on the ship. It is a hard surface. Oh. Sometimes it'll just flat out kill you. If you, like, hit the ship at all. Yeah, I mean, it as a YouTuber, it's pretty vexing whenever something... It kind of is. Like, you either feel one way about it or you don't. You either feel like that you're sort of owed or your fans are owed some way, or you don't. Like, that's just how it is. Yeah, that's how it is. But that's how he does. Now, we're playing Destiny 2. We may as well talk about Destiny 2. Because, you know, after talking about YouTube, why the fuck wouldn't you not just transition straight into Destiny 2? It's like fucking just smooth transition. Alright, so Destiny 2, like, it comes out. What are your feelings? What are your thoughts about it? How are you feeling about it so far? Did we kill it? Nice. And how fucking gorgeous this goddamn game is. Like, seriously, these graphics are amazing. Just, ugh. Who the fuck is shooting me? That's post game. Early game, you still have the farm.
The farm, which is over here in the EDC, once you beat the game.
Mm-hmm.
The farm is basically your social until you complete the storyline. Now the raid is Leviathan. I have not participated in that yet, and your roster is all different. This is by pressing and holding the I'm on the PlayStation 4, so it'd be the
Touchpad. Yeah, the touchpad.
Yeah, the touchpad. Now if you tap it, it shows up, you know, it's still got summon vehicle, return to orbit, which I kind of like this better, and Wolf, I'm going to go ahead and show this to you for a second. I'm going to tell her it's pop up. Instead of right here, exactly where I want to go, hit that launch button, countdown, and we're in orbit.
Easily, seamless transition. Seamless transition. That is way better than Destiny 1. Now this comes from a guy that played Destiny 1, did not like Destiny 1 after I beat the game. It got old, and then went on to Destiny 2. By the way, that's my history with the game. Is I beat vanilla Destiny. I didn't play any of the expansions, didn't do any of the raids, just beat it, called it day, walked away from it. Wasn't willing to put up with all the other BS that Destiny is very well known for.
Now, this is about the time that GTA got popular for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's GTA 5, when Destiny came out. So, me and Fish with Leg Cramp, I know some of the guys on my channel will know who he is, because I've done some broadcasts on GT with him. Which we're trying to get a broadcast going with him, I believe, sometime tomorrow, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Me and him played through the entire game of vanilla Destiny from start to finish. I believe our characters were a warlock and a hunter. And we went through the game. We both enjoyed it. But when it came down to the light level, it was so much more difficult to get to. I think the cap was 24, if I remember correctly.
Checking.
I think it was like 200 when it first came out.
Distracted by the new
Wasn't it?
setup.
I think it was like 200 when it first came out. Oh, the level? I think you had to hit 20. It was either 20 or 25.
Renews confidence.
It's been a while, yeah.
Always good to see another hero of the tower.
Until we got Billy on board, and then
I value your opinions, Warlock.
Billy fished with leg cramp, right? Oh, right.
Let's get you back out there.
I don't remember his gamer tag. He doesn't have a PS4.
Ah. Alright, sorry about that. Throwing you off a bit. It's all good. You were talking about how like you weren't really playing it until Donnie came.
Well, me and him both started the game right at the very beginning.
Mm.
We didn't really know what to do once we beat it. I think we got to the max level. We tried to. And then we didn't have any team members for the raid, so we were just kind of stuck. And there's nothing we can do.
Let's talk.
We had no idea what to do left, so it's just... We just quit. Back here in the tunnel. And when the DLCs came out, it kind of made its way back to our hearts. We went back through the raid with the group we made for Billy. And we started doing the raid for all to a night on everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But when that game first came out, it's like, I didn't know what to do. Once we beat the game, it's just like, oh, that's it.
Yeah, that was half the problem I had. That would be Nessus.
Yeah, Nessus. I've barely touched Nessus for any of those that don't know. I've got Blue Quest. They got a new thing called Adventure. It's not a patrol. It's kind of like a little side quest.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've beat it with this game, so you're not going to see any of the red markers, which is the Red War.
Or the main quest, yeah.
Yeah. But it's got a lot of different side quests, and there's a new thing called the milestones. Milestones basically get you, as you can see here, right? I don't know if you're showing this to your viewers.
I am.
Okay, so the milestones on mine, I have the Leviathan raid, which is going to give me some powerful gear. Crucible says for me to complete 2 matches of competitive play. I haven't done that yet. And then there's 3 challenges in Crucible and Reputation, whatever that is. So it's kind of, it's very new. But you had to kind of unlock everything from the get-go. Like when you first start the game, you're unlocking your abilities and you're moving up. So it's kind of like the first one. Right from the beginning, I know some of you people who have played the beta know what's going on in the beginning. There's a whole bunch of shit right from the beginning. It's nothing but a shit show from beginning to damn near end. I actually love the way that they did the classes this time. You have to earn it, use it. Yes, I fucking love that feature. Now, I don't know if you have this on your character, Wolf, but the sword I've been using throughout this entire video is the one that you get from Cade 6 in this area. I'll go show you guys where he's at on my screen. At the end of the game, depending on your class, you get a specialized sword. Katie is online, so she can't really attest to this. But,
shall we begin then?
Sword is, I think it's called the Quick Fang. Yeah, the Quick Fang. I don't know what the Sword of the Titan is, but it's kind of like a long
Decryption can break your heart.
And I'm not sure what the Warlock is. I haven't played as a Warlock.
Well, when I completed the thing, I had to talk to Zavala, actually. Like, I talked to Zavala, and he kind of gave me a choice between 3 weapons. I chose Origin Story, which is undeniably one of the most powerful weapons in the game.
Well, no.
Like, definitely the powerful... Yeah, one of the most powerful assault rifles in the game by, like, a pretty wide margin, it feels like. And, yeah, I might have gotten something from Icor. It might have been a band, but it wasn't anything like, oh, I have to have this. I didn't get an exotic from her. And most of the exotics can actually drop at random. And something else that I really liked about exotics, like, as I was kind of dipping into a little bit over here, let me get over to the vault, is they all go into your collections. The collections are cool because pretty much you don't have to hold all your exotic stuff. At any point, yeah, I think it's just legendary marks, just like 10 of them now. So, that was actually a pretty cool thing that I ended up finding out about this whole thing. And of course, as you can see, everything runs off of tokens now. Tokens are actually pretty decent as well. You go ahead.
Less complicated.
They help out the weapon and armor, and some of them are like this one here that I'm highlighting is the rifle. It's a modification for your ship when you spawn in. I think it's pretty cool. They got a whole bunch of different ones, and the one thing makes me upset is I want to show this. I'm going to scroll over to the Hake camo, and I'm just going to hit preview.
I won't forget everyone we lost. I won't.
Thing that pisses me off.
When you whisper to the void, does
And
it
I'm
whisper
gonna go to
back?
this one next. See that little number here? It says fucking 6. I'm gonna go back over to my character and show what this means.
6?
The mystery is the thing.
Hold on,
You
let me see
never
if I
know
can't...
what it's gonna find.
Let me see if I can't look at your character.
Dead zone foliages on
what I was
leg
doing.
armor. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and scroll over. The Suros modulator is the shader that I'm gonna preview.
The world's changing, Guardian.
And when you go to
must
apply,
prepare
look
and
up
adapt.
right there. It costs 250 glimmer to use it, and it only does that piece specifically. Now, a thing that I think is cool is I can do a straight through weapon now. I've been meaning to do this. can't remember which one it is. If I'm using a dead, I think it, yeah, dead footage.
Earth's a good place. Worth fighting for.
Just kind of preview.
Yes, yes, Guardian, by all means. Let's get started.
I love the way they've done this. I really do, but I think that it should have been done better by making
Decryption can break your heart sometimes.
Stay here on Earth if you can. Less complicated.
9, 10, 11. Okay, so it is 11.
Tower, can you repeat
And what I mean by that is you need 11 of each shader.
The world's
and a good amount
changing,
of
Guardian.
glimmer.
You must
So you have
prepare
your
and
body
adapt.
armor, your weapons, your Spyro, and your ship.
We live in dangerous times,
The
Guardian.
same
I hope you
color.
have
Now, for
something
me,
for
I
me
got
that might
lucky.
help you make it
I've been
safer.
getting a lot of the same shader multiple different times.
Same here.
So I'm able to do this. This is why my looks like that, except for my chest plate, which I haven't changed because I believe it is
Everyone we lost.
the
I won't.
one that I like. Oh no, this is way too
We
close.
live in dangerous times, Guardian. I hope you have
believe
something
this
for
is
me that
the-
might help you make it safer.
Not so bad here since they fixed it up.
Well, it's not exactly the same color, but it's damn near close to it. Which I like that camouflage color. It looks cool. I'm gonna go ahead and change it over to dead foliage because this is wait, it starts off.
Hey, Warlock. Come here a sec.
See if that matches, and it does.
When you whisper to the void, does it whisper back?
I won't forget everyone we
I'll
lost.
take a second for comparison. There it is. You see, it's gonna waste your glimmer here, but
Some of these files are rolling in the city itself.
yeah, you get a lot more butter in this game. There's legendary shards, which is the same as legendary marks, and bright dust. Now, this is a very interesting new thing that's came into the game. Bright dust is from the Eververse thing. Now, what the bright dust
Remain
does,
vigilant, Guardian. You're never quite clear to say.
Meh.
it allows you to buy
What can I do for you, Guardian?
cool shit. So, they'll let you buy some armor, helmets, ghost shells, boots, modifications, shaders, ships, and sparrows. Now, they've got a lot of new shit this year. And it's probably going to keep going on with different DLC. The first one is supposed to come in Christmas, from what it said. Here's a bunch of them. I'll put them back in here so you can see what I'm talking about. I have 80 right now, so the highest available is a new sparrow called Angel Blue. Preview this. So it looks like not too fun that color.
Yeah, that pink look.
Sparrow.
Metallic pink.
I really don't need any of these ornaments because Jesus Christ, the red ornament is $12.50. I don't have either of these exotic, so it doesn't really partake to me, and I'm not too keen about these shaders down here either. But I'm probably just gonna save mine for one of like the ones that can be done because, like Will said, it does go to your collectibles. It's got a whole section of it down to shaders, armor. Hold the thought. Goes to your collections. Yep, goes all the way down to exotic armor. Emotes are there. Your emblems are there. Just like these. Now, other new features of the game. This is a pretty cool one. Wolf is going to have a different one than me. I can show you his by going simply to his name. Now, the clan feature is a little different. Instead of it just being like the little background name.
Come
like,
see me again, Guardian.
See if I can show that to you guys.
Control, we
Go
have
ahead
a
and
lost
go to
child.
orbit so you guys can see it.
Female,
Our gamer tags.
red coat.
Yeah, just a second. There it is. Alright, so my clan is the Creed of the Hunters, and his is real motherfucking scrubs. Even though it doesn't say that, but this is.
Motherfucking scrubs. Real motherfucking scrubs.
Okay, so this is Will's character now. Inspect.
triangle.
So getting used to this shit.
Yeah, just hover over my name, press triangle.
Yeah, it just inspects your character mode.
Yeah, that just inspects it. Oh, you're trying to look at my clan. Okay, well then, details. Inspect clan.
There it is. Hit the wrong button. Dumbass. Inspect clan. Now it shows up his clan just like this, and I'm pretty sure he didn't want for me. The only thing I'm allowed to do is request to join or report clan, which really honestly. Okay, if you come over to the clan screen, it shows, you know, name of the clan, service tag, how many members are in it, how many are pending, the clan's motto, and what rank you are. Now, the clan rank kind of goes along with, how do you say it? Kind of your boosters. It gives you small incentives to boost your perks, so to speak. Now, it says you get a weekly contribution, which I don't know exactly what that is, because it does say $5 grand right here. I've seen clan rep 500 at least 20 times in one day before, and that's well over 5,000.
Okay, well, let me explain that.
Still going up.
Let me explain that. It's 5,000 is the cap that you can increase your personal contribution to your clan's level until you actually, like, each member has 5,000. Now, that's personal contribution to the clan. While it goes into there, it actually feeds back to the clan as well. So 5,000 for you, 500 for you, 500 for everybody else. We all get 500. When it comes down to the weekly clan engrams, that, depending on what it's ticked, like if all the green boxes are ticked on it, then that means if you guys do Crucible, you guys are going to get weekly clan engrams from that. You guys do Nightfalls, you guys are going to get weekly clan engrams from that. You guys do the Raid, clan engrams from that. Trials of the Nine, clan engrams from that. I have no idea what that Oathkeeper scores are, but that has a lot to do with guided games, and I haven't really played around with that too much.
Now, since Wolf brought it up, the guided game is basically it wouldn't really affect me and him as the current, because we are not a part of the same clan now. However, if we was to join one another's clan and we were to guide a game, guiding a game for the Nightfall and or Raid is basically saying, hey, I have people who are willing to basically backpack your ass through this game, and you're not gonna have to worry about it. Like, now if I leave Wolf and go solo, I can go over here to the strikes, click the Nightfall,
That little thing next to the Nightfall.
that turns to Search. Now, or Seeker, sorry.
Yeah, Seeker.
Is basically a solo player who needs help. Because honestly, with the Nightfall now, you got 15 minutes from start to beat the fucking thing, which is fucking bullshit. Thank you, Bungie, for that. Can't laugh it up.
It was funny.
Yeah. So the Nightfall has definitely changed. There's a lot of things that has changed.
We're going to Crucible?
No, this is back to EDC. Hey, fuck you. I like the armor here. Now, speaking of that, there is armor for each planet. It is different. That also reminds me. Factions are supposed to be coming back this Tuesday. It is confirmed on the app.
Only for till October 2nd. It's part of a special faction event. According to the app, what it said was that they're going to be coming back for a limited time until I think it's October 2nd. Where, like, after that, then I don't know what's going to happen with the factions. But as of September 26th, that's when they're coming through. And then, of course, you said something about the Iron Lager coming through. Okay. Yeah. Well, as you can see, like with the Dead Orbit weaponry, I may end up, yeah, there's a scout rifle, there's a lot of neat weaponry, but I may end up going future War Cult because, again, the auto rifles, man. If Dead Orbit can come with some auto rifles and they're like, well, we've got the best auto rifles in the game again, I'm sold. But until they do, there's no way I'm going Dead Orbit. Like, it has to be an auto rifle for me. And a lot of people might be confused by that, but I spend a lot of time in the Crucible. Like, a lot of time in the Crucible. And I play a lot of time, in an auto rifle. That's just a given. Rifle. It's not a question mark of, yeah, you need one. Or a scout rifle. Mm-hmm. You're back at the... Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. Hang on, I'll be right there. We were talking about the... We were talking about the... Yeah, the factions. Yeah. And then the region chest that all of a sudden was over here. I'm trying to find... Oh, I found... Ah, region chest. Okay. I had no idea where that region chest was. Yeah. I think it's like once per account, unless I'm mistaken. And it's the first time I've opened it, so... Same area? Or... No, I'm saying same area right there, or... In that location?
What's the word?
Like, there are various regions, that's what I'm saying.
Good luck.
And the funniest part is that literally I've had like almost all the armor pieces at various points. I've had pretty much all the armor pieces that you can have from the EDZ. But they don't allow... I like how the EDZ looks, and I like how I like the entire game. How the entire game looks, it looks amazing. They still haven't added in... Yeah, they still have not added in freaking trading though. They still have yet to do the things that are needed in an MMO. Like, they finally brought in clans. They finally, it took an entire game to bring in clans. They still don't allow trading. They still don't allow auction house. They still don't allow any sort of market. Yeah. Yeah, with zombie candy sticks like that, right? Okay, yeah. So if those people ever end up on a channel, so you have a general idea who we're talking about. So, yeah, honestly, I like a lot what they've done with Destiny. I honestly think it's still kind of underdeveloped. But, again, this is kind of more of a commentary video, so we're going to have to kind of talk about what your opinions are that potentially, now that Iron Banner might be coming back, and that potentially the factions will be coming back, the factions of old, now that they have clans, because that was Destiny's first thing that they were essentially saying. Like when it first came out, that you had factions. You don't need clans. That was their first kind of initial thing that they were talking about. Like, you don't need clans. You got these nice little factions right here. So everybody that's part of the faction is part of the faction. That's all you need. So. But do you think they're as important as they were in the first game? Like, how do you think that it's going to end up functioning? Because I think it's just going to be kind of like, you know what? It was a great idea in the first game. Great idea in the first game. Poor execution, and I think that's kind of going to be the case here, too. It's going to have some poor execution behind it. Stop running, you bastard! It is only about 11 where I am. Sometimes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now again, as you just I'm not able to show you guys a picture of that because this is a live stream video. This is an off-stream, that's a different story, which I might touch back in that in another video. But anyway, as to the time being, the hunter armor again looks pretty badass for the Now I did look at the last one, and I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it was a new monarchy one. It kind of looks like the hunter armor from the beginning of the game. I actually like the armor look. I'm more into the way that with it about as much shit as you can fucking carry, which
Right.
Yellow. Kate speaking. Oh, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Someone left a note here. EDZ Forest taken energy ? Red Legion Brian. Who's Brian?
Red Legion Scions. Guardian, we've heard disturbing reports from your area. They tell of Cabal with new powers.
That sounds ominous. We'll keep an eye out for any unusual psionic energy nearby.
No, it's part of the fight. I kind of expected it. It's kind of late at night. That makes sense.
That Centurion?
Then they are harnessing the energy of the Taken. But how?
Definitely wrong route on this one.
Red Legion Scions are bad enough, but if they really have Taken powers...
Since when did Cabal and Taken start sharing toys anyway?
We can figure out the connection later. For now, we must uncover the source of this energy.
Yeah, it is pretty sad in the beginning.
Taken energy readings are increasing.
It's just like you see, like
they're all over the area.
Get dropped.
If that's true,
kicked in right there.
Of shadow beyond our imagining.
Bit unfortunate.
You're freaking them out.
But I don't know. How do you feel about the microtransactions in this game? Because there have been some. It's only a matter of time, folks.
I've got it. I'll hold location data from that Centurion. But we have to go into the forest.
You sure about that, buddy? Don't want to get, you know, eaten by a creepy Taken shadow tree.
Right.
Cade, what exactly happened to you in Nessus?
Too bad. Really? You can dismantle it? Yeah, that's kind of the problem, is that it's still very much of a gamble, sort of loot box thing. And I feel it's kind of, like, for a $60 game, or $65 actually, after taxes, that's pretty predatory. Like, I don't like that. I really don't like that in my games. I really don't like how they did that, and I don't like how it ended up, like...
The Scions found a way to force it open.
How they ended up messing with that.
Okay.
got stunned when we took out his scion.
Severing their bond must cause a backlash to the host. Interesting.
Am I the only one who has no idea what any of you are talking about?
Yes.
It honestly, it still just feels very predatory. It still feels like it's a gamble. It feels like it's a loot box gamble. Like, hey, did you enjoy doing that in Overwatch? Guess what? Now you can do it in a whole new game. Why? Because screw you, that's why. That's just what it feels like to me, though. Not.
Okay, there are a lot more Cabal than I was expecting.
Well, they may not like you trespassing in their secret magic pool.
That randomly generate. And then also, if you have ghosts that can like do certain things, they'll do some nice stuff for you too. That's pretty nice. That's all cool and everything.
Big taken. Taken Cabal. Big taken Cabal.
A Colossus. Of course. You must destroy it.
Working on it.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's gotten an aura yet. That's probably... It wouldn't surprise me if it would be like after the fact where it's like, oh, well, now the auras are essentially exactly like shaders. That would not surprise me if it was like that. I'm playing the... I believe it's the Stormcaller. Woo! Dawnblade. It's all good. And then actually all the classes have like that sort of really, really powerful, overpowered crucible thing that you're going to end up using. Virtually all of them do. There is not one that's been like, oh, well, only certain of them. No, they all... Whoa, whoa. Under heavy fire. And yeah, it's, I don't know, the class system I think is pretty decent in this game. At least it gives you choice, just as opposed to what, this is what I feel like after playing vanilla Destiny and all that stuff. And people are like, well, Destiny got so much better, and I'm like, that's great. That's absolutely great. I didn't play that Destiny because the buy-in for that Destiny was like, after a while, a lot of money. And I wasn't willing to pay a lot of money to jump into a Destiny. I just wasn't. I was like, no, I don't want to pay a lot of money. I don't want to invest a lot of time just to play Destiny. It's not going to happen. This one is actually a pretty decent thing. It allows you to jump in. I don't feel that's entirely needed, but that's fine for what it is.
Whew. Did it. They're all gone.
Well, that'll set the Legion back away. Serves them right for messing with things they don't understand.
Which is your area of expertise, after all. As for you, Guardian, well done. If that brute had gotten loose with the Scions, there may have been no stopping it.
And then I couldn't have collected on that bat. Big and taken. Told you.
I know you've got wars to win and Red Legion to fight, but we could use some help with a hotspot near you.
Looks like the Fallen are bringing in a glimmer drill. Keep a sharp lookout.
It's alright. But
Refugees should sleep a little easier tonight. I'll send the good news to the farm. A glimmer mining.
Shut them down.
oh, you're giving it a rating like that. We're doing it honestly a review right here. I mean, you know, honestly, I like this game as of right now. I'd give it maybe, if we were doing like some sort of numbering system, I'd probably give it like 7. Because it's good, it's got problems, it knows it's got problems, it's not going to change those problems anytime soon. And we're aware of that. And as long as you're okay with that, not going to be a big issue. As long as you're okay with it being a pretty predatory game and it sort of like, you know, having its issues with, in terms of like level capping, like that I've been complaining with you for I don't even know how long, that I've been level capped here and there, all over the damn place. Because then it basically destroys a lot of the content that should be in Destiny. It should be. It's not. If you're okay with all that, because it's Destiny, some are, then yeah, you're having a lot of fun. If you're not, and you're expecting something that's not Destiny, no, you're not going to have fun. That's all there is to it. It's a looter shooter. It's so much funner with friends. This is really not. This is really not a game that you're going to be spending any sort of time with yourself. Like, you're gonna have to play with friends. It's just that it's great with friends. It's great, it really is, and it's gotten so much better with friends lately that it's just hugely fun. But you're gonna have to play with friends. It's not a question mark at this point. Like, can I have fun with it by myself? Very little. This isn't single player. You're not gonna play this by yourself. I do a lot as well. I found Titan to be very supportive, actually. Like, even more so than the mage or the warlock. Like, in terms of what Titan can do, he's like almost more supportive than the warlock, and the warlock has a freaking heal. Like, let me remind you, he has a damn heal. He's more like a sage at this point, where he's just like revive me! Going for the heroic. Well, the only reason why I even kind of brought up this, I just kind of wanted to talk about like the feelings of someone who's played Destiny a lot, how you feel about where Destiny is going, because I doubt very many people are going to be into this to find out, oh yeah, let's go ahead and figure out what. Again, this is just part of my Formless series. This is just going to be stuff where I feel like, alright, you know what, screw it. Let's talk about this, let's talk about this, let's talk about this. Let's talk about stuff that's happening in the commentary, stuff that's happening in, like, commentary community, video game community, and stuff like that. That's kind of what this video is, because I imagine there is a considerable amount of people that are looking at this video now and just kind of wondering, what the fuck? But, yeah, that's kind of all that really want to touch on here. Is that, yeah, we think Destiny 2 is a great game. We think PewDiePie screwed up. That happens. And that how our personal feelings are about how YouTube works and stuff like that. And I think, you know what, I do think that Destiny 2 is still a great game despite all of its problems. And honestly, I'd say that, yeah, you'd have a lot of fun with it. I'm not going to do a formal review currently right now, though. I'm going to wait, get through a couple more things. I still got to get through a raid and stuff like that, figure out how big BS that is, and, you know, actually talk about it before I could actually let out a formal decision. Because I don't want to go out and be like, oh, let's make it today, because everybody needs to have a good opinion about it. I don't think that works. I think that actually, like, here's a personal bias of mine that I know is bad. I honestly think that reviewers that do that aren't being fair to the game, that aren't being fair to the people that are playing the game, and aren't being fair to anything else, to anybody that's watching their content. Because you gotta take time, you gotta ingest it, and I know people want to hear about it now, but you can't do that. You just can't do that. You have to be more mature in the situation about the whole thing. But people don't want to do that, so... Yeah, so, honestly, I haven't had much experience with the Iron Banner. I hopefully think that'll be, like, every time I've experienced the Iron Banner, it's always been one of those things that was like, oh, they're finally releasing new content on Destiny for me to literally chomp on. And that's like what that was like my entire experience with it. Outside of that, I don't know. I think it'll be okay. I think it should be fun. In terms of the future war cold or the new monarchy and the factions and stuff like that, I am very tempted to go future war cult.
Speak your mind.
Because of its auto rifles. If Dead Orbit, I say it again, they have a decent auto rifle, then I will definitely back it. And I think Bungie's pretty smart because they know their most popular things are shotguns, auto rifles, and scout rifles on Crucible. So I think it's pretty smart to actually cause a nice little divisional rift, especially between friends like that. Well, they put it on, let's be perfectly honest here, they put it on power weapons for now. I've already run across the exotic grenade launcher that was on secondary, if you remember. Fighting line, you never run into it? Yes, it's a secondary. And it's a grenade launcher. Well, yeah, but it's not necessarily the same whenever you're in the thing. If you walk in with an exotic secondary weapon that should be a heavy weapon, that's going to be a little game breaking, you gotta kind of admit. And it's going to be kind of a pull for them to not do that later on with shotguns. You know that they're probably eventually going to do that. For right now, they aren't, but that's just for right now. Yeah, shotguns I feel like kind of are like machine guns of Destiny of old, where it's just like, oh, you got that gun. That's cute, I guess. In the right hands, it can actually be used pretty decently, but it's not one of those, oh my god, he's got a fucking, like, rocket launcher. Rocket launchers are still the most overpowered freaking thing in this game. Period. Bar none. Whenever you go into, like, the Crucible. They are the most powerful thing. It is bullshit. And it's fun to use against people. Oh, you have no idea. I laughed like a mad scientist whenever I freaking killed like an entire enemy team with it. I was just literally maniacally laughing the entire time. I also missed that they had Destiny 1 had a lot of big battles. I really missed that. I really missed that. Like in terms of it's better, and it better be an actual free back, because if they put that behind a paywall, ain't nobody gonna do it. Nobody's gonna do it. They need to make that free, because that has to be a free update, because nobody else will do it. And I can already say that right now, because if you look at any of like the paid stuff, like
speak your mind.
Like, let me think here. Like, whenever Halo ended up doing that, Halo Reach, like with each installment that you saw of them adding on content, you saw smaller numbers, smaller numbers, smaller numbers, and to the very last one was like the smallest number. It was always in the hundreds. And that's saying something for Reach. And same thing happened with Halo 4, same thing happened with every single time that they would actually come down with numbers. Like, whenever you could actually look at it and see, oh, who's concurrently playing? Oh, smaller, 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 smaller. Oh, practically nobody. And then that was at peak play. So I'm really, really hoping that they put big battles as free updates. Otherwise, nobody's going to play them, and I'm going to basically drop this game in a hot minute. And that's going to be really sad.
Well, honestly, I think there might be kind of more of the what was it called, big team battle like they did in Halo
Alright, you might have pulled back just a little bit. Just pull it back a little bit, because kind of coming off a little loud.
I'm sorry.
It's alright, I just don't want to deafen anybody that's listening to this.
Tried everything to relegate us to the unsolved file.
Two teams of Guardians going at each other with, you know, like the Fallen, the Cabal, in the mix of the battlefield. Now, I don't know
That'd be cool.
exactly how Bungie do that, if they want to do that.
I doubt it.
If they do, I think that would make the matches very interesting. Because not only do you have to watch out for other players, also have to in turn watch out for other, yeah, and a black screen too. You gotta watch out for other AI, which that's gonna cause a massive problems in firefights, especially since they don't give a shit who you are. They'll target you.
I know, but they'll actually fight against each other too, which I think would actually be kind of unique, but I just haven't heard anything about them doing that. Even though that would be really cool, I just haven't heard anything about it. God, I would really like to play something like that, though. I really would. That'd be really fun. Like, I'd have so much fun with that if I ended up doing that. And, of course, yet again, we have, well, this happens quite frequently in Destiny, is that you end up running into black screens like this. Or, at least it's frequent enough. I'm still at a black screen. Yeah, it has basically decided not to load me for a while.
Circumstances change, but the data remains.
Got some heavy hitters here, Titan.
Mm. Yeah, the story's way better.
Real story to it. Epic ending that involves the raid, which I love how they did that. They involved the end of the story with the raid. I'm not going to spoil it how if you haven't played it, but if you haven't, I highly recommend that you at least give this game a try. Destiny, like
Take a look.
He never really liked Destiny. And I'm not going to lie, much like
I can work with this.
the game that was had you know, a big ass hype train just ready to get wrecked.
I hate looking for the Cryptarchs.
So yeah, there's that. What's the last thing I can talk about? I think we pretty much covered everything on this game off the top of my mind. Well, this is the thing that bugs me. It's just me, more than likely. Wolf, I know you haven't played it in DLC, but for those of you that do know this, what I want to know is, why does your Guardian not talk after vanilla Destiny? I've gone this whole fucking game waiting for this son of a bitch to say just one word.
I know. Even in here, he doesn't talk. Like, even in here, right here. I've tried it with male. I've tried it with a male guy. I've tried it with a female character. Doesn't matter which one. It's virtually the same. All you hear is grumps and some screams. Like, even when they're about to talk, the ghost will cut them off. Like, comically cut them off. Like, it's like, it is such BS. Like, I remember that moment where your guy's just about to talk. He's like, he gets in a whole thing. He's about to say something, and then your ghost is like, "We'll handle it." Be like, "Go shut the fuck up." Let him talk.
I don't understand it, but I mean, that's about all I can say on this topic. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe today.
Heck yeah, definitely need that.
Subscribe to this channel. We both need the help in all honesty.
Yeah.
If you like this content, we will more than likely be doing funnier episodes of this, just where it's like bits and pieces of the stupid shit we did in just one big collage. We'll do that. For those of you that know, I have got your guys' comments on my intro being a little too long. I am going to be editing that sometime this week. So there will be a new, shorter video coming out instead of a live stream.
I still need to figure out what I could do for an intro.
We will go from there. Like I said, more likely we do some of the new shit with Donnie tomorrow. If he's available, if not, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And we'll just go from there. And we're making the new intro as soon as possible. However, that's about all I can say for you guys. Thank you guys for commenting and letting me know all this shit. I'm still getting used to the YouTube, so just bear with me for a little bit. I got new setup at home now. I'm getting used to everything. A little bit of work and schedule, and I'm just trying to work around everything and trying to get everything in my life situated and trying to get YouTube running at the same time. It's a little bit of a bitch. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. This has been great. 8 out Kill Destiny.
Yep.
I'll catch you tomorrow.
And they can find you at what channel?
6 Feet Under Gaming.
Okay, 6 Feet Under Gaming, and I am at the Howling Den. We upload at least, we're going to try to upload at least 3 videos a week. Been kind of a little lackadaisical on that lately, but we're going to try. We've gotten at least 2 videos out this week, so hopefully we'll get the 3rd out soon. Alright, so it's been good to talk to everyone. I have been Wolf8207. That has been SSFUX Nighthawk. Have a good one, everybody, and I'll see you next time.